So I was just sitting here thinking about how one of the most underrated and underappreciated ways to get relief from anxiety is through understanding the world better. Now, that's maybe a pretty broad and maybe pretty obvious statement, but the more we know about how the world works, the more we can see the patterns and anticipate things that could go wrong, that we could get control of, the better we're going to be. And so for me, that means trying to learn things about the law, about economics, about politics, about human relations, human communication. I mean, the list is probably more or less endless, but those are some of the topics that have interested me and have really given me great relief from anxiety. So, for instance, if you're dealing with a communication issue with a friend, a spouse, one of your children, and if we don't actually understand, and I'm not an expert at this, but I try to learn as much as I can, but if we don't understand how human communication works and what some of the challenges are, and there's plenty of books written on this, thousands of hours of podcasts on this, then we are missing an opportunity to diminish our anxiety by, frankly, learning more. So I wanted to put this out there as a concept that I'm going to be going back to pretty regularly, because in my life, I've found this to be really a foundational element. If there's something that I am anxious about, my first thought is, okay, what is it that I don't understand here? What if I knew it here would help reduce my anxiety? And that could mean reading a book, talking to a friend, talking to an expert, talking to a therapist. Could mean listening to a podcast. Could mean researching it on the internet. Could mean many of those things, or one of those things, or all of those things. It just really depends on what the specific situation is. So I'm going to be sharing in my shared Google document, and there's a link to that in my bio, where I have put together an index of my videos, and I'm going to be sharing these concepts as they come to mind for me. So many of these have become just sort of standard operating procedure for me, and I don't really think of them on a daily basis. I've just sort of incorporated them into my life. But as they come to mind, I am going to document them. And the first one I'm going to talk about, and that's going to be in the next video after this one, is about the concept of time versus attention. And what I mean by that is that often folks who are anxious talk about how we don't have time for this, that, or the other. We've run out of time. We don't have enough time. And one of my theories, and frankly, I can't remember if I came up with this on my own or if I read it somewhere or heard it somewhere. Could have been 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I don't know. But it's in the comparison of time to attention. And when we say I've run out of time, is it maybe true that we've actually just run out of attention? And so that is the first of my concepts that I'm going to share. I'm sure there will be many more, but mainly just wanted to get you thinking about the idea of how looking at how the world works, how people work, and incorporating those concepts into your life, searching out those concepts, looking for answers, looking for the truth, and thereby making your anxiety a whole lot better. All right, thanks.